What's up, guys? Iggy here with FalTac. I got an interesting build for you today. This is going to be a pretty universal holster that I'm going to be doing for a gentleman down south. And I've already did one for the Equalizer with PID. This one that I'm going to film is going to be for a Hellcat Pro with TLR8. Now, there's many ways to do a holster. There's many different options, many different things you can do. This particular one it's a tough one to do. So, as in, there's a lot of blocking, stuff can't move, you have to bolt things to it, and there's just a lot to go with. I am in the process of developing molds to help with this process, but for now, I have to do this foam pressed, and it adds a lot of time to the process, so just keep that in mind when you take on these jobs. So here we have a right-handed outside the waistband holster on a G-code paddle. You can't really see it underneath it, but there's blocking in here, so it will fit the RTI 34, which is an option the gentleman can do, and then inside the waistband, right hand for the same weapon. So you can go ahead and do this either inside or outside, and we're going to keep the sweat shield on both sides, and obviously you could tell it has an optic cut. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do it or show you step by step on how I do it. So I have a Hellcat Pro. This is a multi-mold. Obviously I have the TLR8 on it, the 8, the 8AG, all of them. They all work the same as long as it's not the HLX, because the HLX has a different bezel, so we don't have to worry about that. But this is what we're going to be doing here. Now, for this part, I cut off the sight channel. Actually, let me I cut off the sight channel, and then I went ahead and drilled in some nutserts so I could go ahead and cut a piece of wood. This one is for, I use this one for the FNX, but I was able to actually fit it on this one with 1032 bolts, and you can screw it right to it so it's not going to move on you. And then I'm going to show you, how I block this. You've seen the TLR8 and a lot of the other videos that I've done, but how I get kind of a angle for the blocking here, and then this is going to be the same exact way. So it's going to be a right hand inside the waistband and a right hand outside the waistband, but you're going to be able to swap from a 175 foamy to a G-code to an RTI 34. So should be fun. So let's get to blocking, let's get to it, and let's get it out the door, because it's going to South Haven, Mississippi. And I'll tell you, this gentleman has been extremely patient, and I really thank you for that. So just like a lot of my other customers, about 98% of you. So without further ado, let's get it going. First step I always do is the slide. I'm not going to worry about doing anything suppressor height sight-wise, because our blocking is going to travel all the way from this point to this point, so we're going to have that in there, and then we got the blocking for here. I am also, if you notice, the cutout for the optic right here, that means the optic can sit down that low, so I'm going to actually have to put in some blocking right there, which I'm going to use these cutoffs right there. And we're going to attach that on both sides, because a lot of times if you look on the internet, on Google, we'll show you pictures of pros with optics on it. They're always hanging out roughly like that. So we're going to go ahead and block that to take that into consideration. And this is set up to be higher than quite a few of the molds out there. So we're going to take this, and then I'm going to trim some stuff. There's number 5. I like to free up the spot right here. I don't know why, I've just always done it. I feel like you get better definition, no tenting. Okay, actually, I'm going to take that strip and really shove it in the crack right there. And that'll help with this. That ain't going anywhere. Where you going? Nowhere. Alright, this side. Look at that. Perfect. Cut this out because this is where our tension's going to be. And let's see here. The only reason why I'm putting it inside here is because it dips down, so that's going to help out with a lot of that stuff. Let's see here. It goes to about there. Do the same thing. I got the dogs in here too, and they're walking around, so if you hear that, that's what they're doing. It's actually a surprisingly nice day here in New Hampshire. It was about 70 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. It was nice. Not going to last long. It's going to be 20s at night coming up by the end of the week, and pretty much the same thing during the day. So, well, 40s during the day, which is like up here, it's grilling in a thong weather. All right. And what I usually do is I get something the size of the light, which is not this one, not that one. There we go. That boy's thicker, which means that boy's thicker than a Snickers. All right, I'm going to take our cut dime right here. We're going to throw it over that. So it's going to block that bolt, because then with that bolt hanging out, it will add retention. So I guess it's kind of a good backup if you don't do it for the retention, but our retention is going to be sitting right here. Nothing behind the light on the bottom, all on the top. So we're going to give this plenty of room to get in there. Let's see here. It's all going to be the same, so let's do this one. And then this one, I'm going to go up. This right here, if it keeps hitting the kydex, it could eventually turn on you, loosening the light. So I actually like to go up to the light, or to the mounting nut. You don't have to cover it, but it does seem like a good idea to do that. So this one is sinking in right here. So when stuff does that, I'll take this, tape it in, see what it does. That's better. Throw this on. Still has a little bit of a wobble, but nothing to be concerned about. And we'll take this, hold that piece, and I push down and pull up on the tape. And it's going to go right there, but we want it out of the way of the retention, like so, because that tape will cause tenting right there, and then your foam won't push it in, and then you're doing all this for nothing. Okay, and then might as well match the thickness, line that up, and bada bang. All right, so on this side we're going to be doing a foamy. So we'll get our foamy blocking here. We're going to have to do some wood blocking and then a piece of metal over here. It's 175, so it's a good idea to take out the 175, and I'll tell you why. I'll be adding more blocking. So first of all, we'll get a grip. So if we're holding it, blah, blah, our knuckle, our belt line will be right here, which means we're going to do this right about there. So that's where that's going to sit. So we're going to take this, make sure we have it the right direction. It's going to sit right there. And so from there, let's go up just a hair. We will take this, and we'll have to put something underneath it. And this just so happened to be here. Let's go. Nope, I don't want that one. Nope. Come on. How about you? Oh yeah, that's the money right there. And this is just going to go over it to stop everything. Stop it all from moving. Now, when we put the foamy on, look at how much material is touching the bottom. It's almost non-existent. So we're going to take a small piece of blocking. Looks like we're going to have our winner right here. And we're just going to put it right there so the foamy has something to bite on. That way, when you pull your firearm, your holster doesn't get pulled with it. And that, a little too far up on that one. You just got to keep in mind that you got to keep it away from your retention, because if we fill it up here, you're going to need more pressure, but we have pretty good pressure game. That should work right there. So now on this side, we're going to put this right here, because we're going to be rocking an RTI 34, or at least in the future he'll be able to. But paddles, G-code paddles, have the same footprint as this G-code here, which is good. So we'll take that, and we'll have to find something, some blocking to go under it. No big deal. That's not it. That I'm absolutely fine with, to be honest with you. Throw that there. And we're going to be doing 3 pieces of foam on this side, the RTI side, and 2 pieces of foam on the other side. Reason being, we want that sight channel to be right in the center. Alright, so that's blocked. Now, I gotta do the retention. So we'll grab our long reach and our piece of wood. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to put it towards, we're going to angle it. So that looks good right about there. So we'll draw what we need. Marker tips in my mouth, so I apologize. At an angle. Try not to move it. Alright, then I'm just going to cut that out, and for that, I have a battery operated skill saw. The rest will be on scroll. And we're going to see how this fits. Tight is good. Loose is okay, but we rather it tight. There's another joke in there. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to have to go a little bit tighter, or open it up just a little bit. No big deal. A little bit off there, a little bit off there. Alright, here we go here. It's tight. A little bit of a gap, no big deal. Can't push it any further, so let's go. Let's start by just putting that right there on both sides. And then I have a couple pieces to go over like so. There's one. You really don't want this moving, and with the sheer pressure of my press, it could ruin it. All right. Now we're going to take the front here. Like so. And again, this kind of locks the tape in place on both sides. And then lock the bottom piece in. You want the tape as tight as possible. Okay, and you have an option if you wanted to just go on the side of the flashlight, which I usually do. All right, now this is going desert tan, so we're gonna have to cut a piece of DT. Poke a hole there, poke a hole there. That's good. All right, so here's desert tan. I believe should be, yeah, one piece should be large enough, and we'll do that right there. Should be good. Now when we fold it, we're pretty much going to be folding it like this, and then you're going to fold on this line and pull it tight like that. So let's get this in there. If you couldn't hear the clicking the whole time, my presses are on. The foam is hot. Believe it or not, it's been in there for like a couple hours because I've been working on other orders while having these heat up. So every now and then I'll come over here and I'll flip them 180 to make sure they're getting pretty good amount of heat in there, so that's fine. So, and we got our third piece right here, so let's move that. We're gonna get that heated up, which is really no biggie, but we're gonna clean this surface and get that in there. Now here's kind of my mistake. So right now it's almost 400 degrees, but I have it on 300 seconds. The reason why I have it on 300 seconds is I just did a job that looks like this right here. It is basket weave for a macro with TLR7 sub, basket weave on the outside, and police blue on the inside. And that was for a police officer down south that I just took care of. So now I got to, I'll take it out when it reaches 390 because I'm not going to wait the full 300 seconds. But what I will do is we'll grab this and we're going to set it right here because now we know the direction, blah, blah, blah. But not really important for this, but it's near the press. Yeah, we'll throw this on here. And remember, we have to form it, make sure we're covering the entire thing. There we go. Pulling that tight on the sight channel, and I'm holding down on the foam while I'm rocking down, holding the Kydex. I still have pressure on it so it doesn't loosen. And in the press we go to the point where there's still pressure on it, and I'm holding it still with my right hand and putting pressure on the press. Enough so I can feel comfortable of letting go. All right, in the press we are, 3 in the bottom, 2 on top. Now I'm going in, grab a bite to eat, and when I'm done, this will be ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just got back in from dinner. I pulled it from the press, and it is beautiful. Let's start out by showing the reason why I did 3 layers on the bottom and 2 on the top. That perfectly in the center. It's exactly what I wanted. And here we go. Here's one side, here's the other side, the angled top, and then now we just have to go ahead and cut it out. And if we look, our retention looks like it's going to be balls on. So let's map it out. Let's see where we want to drill the holes. Let's cut it, and you guys are going to follow me through the whole thing. Let's do it. Well, I have no idea where my white pencil went, which is fine because I'm colorblind, so this might be better for me. So let's get the blue going. Angle like so. Now we are doing, so we're going to get this on here. We're going to do a third one, and with that being said, just in case This wants to be added in the future. We'll go ahead and add the retention points right here. So this is going to come down like so. But we need to get the light out. So I'm going to have to go ahead and cut that. Ow. Now cutting it allows you to open it, because stuck kydex really sucks to work with because you can't do anything with it. So we'll get that guy out and pretty much rip everything off the mold. We all knew that was going to break. And just be very cautious you don't throw away any of your blocking. But have the Hellcat Pro as a glue gun. There we go. All right, so now the reason why I had to do that is so we could figure out where all the other cuts are going. So that's going to line up there. So looking straight down on it, we're going to go where the trigger guard is. And this is going to be right here. Like so. And then we'll do a curve. And then this will come up. We'll go like so. And then this is going to come and we'll do that. Let's see where this sits though. So it ends right here, so the optic probably gonna be right here. So we'll take this and we'll put it right there. So it will sit, and it's gonna sit inside. So we'll go ahead. There's 1, 2, 3. Good idea to make sure you're at a right angle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The reason why I did that is because I did 2 holes twice. All right, giggity. All right, let's go cut it. All right, so we're going to fix one thing that didn't really go well in the press. It happens, it's the nature of the beast. See that? There's a sight channel on top of the optic cut, so we can fix it. So what we're going to do is you're going to take a piece of blocking that you have that is the same thickness or width. Here we go, close right there, right? And then we're going to go ahead, heat it up and play with it. Giggity. Again, this nature of the beast, probably a smaller sight channel would help that, but honestly, that ridge will give that strength there anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I actually rather enjoy that. So let's go ahead, let's get some rem oil on this. Now, if you have some like stuff that's embedded on there, you can actually go ahead and take a brass bristled brush or nylon, and you can get it off of there. So it'll work, no problem. You'll have to work at it though, but it'll remove crap on there. Let's see here, and get this guy. So we've got to remove our pencil marks, which is right there, because I would have left that exposed, and we don't want that, which is why I cut it where I did. Let's go ahead and clean the inside. This again is going to get set up as a OWB when it leaves here. And clean the inside of this. Come on. Alright, I'm going to grab the hardware. Already got this. This is going to be the hardware to that. So this is quarter inch, and .4375. I use the same thing on those all the time. And for the retention, I'm going to go with quarter inch, then 3/8, and again with the .4375 screws. Check retention. That's beautiful. I'm going to let off just a hair from that one. Oh yeah. You know, back in the day, I always hated doing light bearing, but the fact is, it's so easy now. All right. So again, get some stuff off of it. So, quarter inch, quarter inch, all right. Clean that up real quick. So here we have the Hellcat Pro with TLR8, and then this one was the Equalizer with PID. Oh yeah. All right guys, well thank you for making it this far. Oh, there we go, it's right on the bench in front of me. This holster came out great. The retention, perfect. Cannot complain. Still have the ability to loosen it up or tighten it up however he wants it. So these are, like I said, these are going out to South Haven, Mississippi. Willie, I hope you enjoy these. They're finally going out in the morning. And I have a couple more builds I have in mind. I think it'll help a lot of you guys that are, not builds, but, well, actually, yeah, builds, but they're going to be videos. And I think they're going to help you guys out a lot because when I first started doing this, And I'll tell you, one of the only reasons why I started this channel is because when I first started doing Kydex holsters, there wasn't a lot of videos out there, and the ones that I saw were you take this, you do this, and it ends up like this. It really didn't show the process, which is why I wanted to really get into the details on how I do stuff and the reason why I do stuff, and then how that final product comes out. So, and that's obviously why you guys follow me, because you are learning the same thing as well. So on that note, huge shout out to Holstersmith and KnifeKits.com. They provide everything you see in these videos. You can find them right here. And of course, my website is right here as well. You can go ahead and get your next holster there anytime you want and get on the list. I have some stuff in place that's working pretty good. I'm starting to cruise through some orders, and then I have a plan that I'm going to implement the beginning of the year, and hopefully it works out well. I'm not going to say that plan just yet, but we are almost at 14,000 subscribers, which means I'm going to have a giveaway coming up. So let me know what you want to see given away. I'll either do a holster, magnet. I don't know. We'll do something. I'll give away something because I'm in the mood to give away either that, or do like weekly, or I don't know. I'll do something like giveaways or deals, like holster of the deal day or something like that, or deal of the day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But on that note, it is a little after 8 p.m. I have a lot to do. I have no time to do it. So I'm going to turn on some music and get to cranking on some of these holsters. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh, keep moving forward. Bye.